Hello, this is Chiak. We are back again with another set of Sherlock Holmes. So we're on the motive board.
Revenge, Holmes?
Revenge could be a possible motive, but with one small reservation. We have reason to believe that the victim considered her murderer to be a typical client.
Okay, so revenge. See, I thought when he said that meant no, but apparently
Elementary.
this is supposed to be yes.
Very well, Watson. I think that we've exhausted the topic. Take a rest and we'll speak again later.
Ah, it would seem that the investigation is advancing, Holmes. Yesterday's Star said that a suspect is in the hands of the police, a man with a rather sinister reputation.
I was about to join you in your optimistic outlook until you informed me that the good news came from the press, Watson.
But surely they wouldn't invent the fact that the police are holding a suspect, or the acts that are attributed to him.
You will have an exact answer to these two questions in less than 50 seconds, Watson.
Pardon?
Enter, Inspector.
Good day.
Dear Watson, allow me to introduce Inspector Aberline, Inspector Dr. Watson.
Inspector?
To what do we owe the honour of your presence, Inspector?
I heard that the two of you made your way to Whitechapel a few days ago. Your arrival, you are aware, coincides with a very serious affair which our police service is going to great lengths to solve and which is creating strong tensions in the area.
Pardon me, but haven't you arrested someone? A certain Leather Apron?
Absolutely not. The man who hides behind this name is indeed being actively searched for by the force. Besides, nothing at the moment suggests that he is the Bucks Row murderer.
There, you've been enlightened, Watson. Now it is our turn to answer Inspector Aberline's questions.
Indeed. I will be brief and precise. Do you intend to investigate this case, or have you already started?
It is to be of service to a friend that I went to Whitechapel. We did, out of curiosity, familiarise ourselves with the preliminary reports, and we made our way to the scene of the crime. Our conclusions are slim, as are the clues. Having not been officially appointed by a client, I believe that my intervention in this business will end there.
Very well. To be frank, you take the weight off my shoulders by distancing yourself from the case. Our image isn't very good, to say nothing of what the press puts us through. Thus, if overnight they found out that you were on the case, people would turn against us.
And they would pester me, overwhelm me, and finally make me out to be responsible for the inevitable failure such a scenario entails. Neither you nor I wish for this to happen. I know that your time is precious, Inspector. I will send you a note regarding my conclusions shortly.
With pleasure. Gentlemen?
Do you think that he will find the murderer?
The chances are slim to non-existent. It is 7 days now, short of a confession from the murderer himself.
And you will not go further?
You heard the Inspector, Watson. My presence in Whitechapel would hinder, which doesn't mean that we will drop the case.
How is that?
The Inspector spoke of me, but not of us. It is you, Watson, who will lead the investigation tonight. It is you who will bring to the police station the little note that I will write regarding our conclusions. Despite the late hour, there is nothing to stop you from making inquiries about this famous Leather Apron while you are there.
Okay. Strong reasoning to keep himself out of the... What reading? What to do? Keep him out of the association with the case. Okay, so Leather Apron. More about his career, his latest movements, his career. Interesting. His career, his latest movements in the borough. The sense of fear which the murder of the unfortunate woman Nichols has thrown over the neighborhood, and especially over her companions, shows no sign of decreasing. A number of the street wanderers are in nightly terror of Leather Apron. One of our reporters visited one of the single women's lodging houses last night. It is in Thrall Street, one of the darkest and most terrible-looking spots in Whitechapel. The house keeps open till 1 o'clock in the morning and reopens again at 5. In the house nightly are 66 women who get their bed for 4D. The proprietor of the place, who is also owner of several other houses of a similar character in the neighborhood, told some gruesome stories of the man who has now come to be regarded as a terror of the East End. Night after night, he said, had women come in a fainting condition after being knocked about by Leather Apron. He himself would never be out in the neighborhood after 12 o'clock at night, except with a loaded revolver. The terror, he said, would go to a public house or coffee room and peep in through the window to see if a particular woman was there. He would then vanish, lying in waiting for his victim at some convenient corner, hidden from the view of everybody. The police are making efforts to arrest him, but he constantly changes his quarters. Some of the unfortunate women state that he is now in one of the low slums in the borough. One of them said she saw him crossing London Bridge as stealthily as usual, with head bent, his skimpy coat turned up about his ears, and looking as if he were in a desperate hurry. The hunt for Leather Apron began in earnest last evening. Constable 43 and 173rd J Division, into whose hands Leather Apron fell on Sunday afternoon, were detailed to accompany Detective Enright of the J Division in a search through all the quarters where the crazy... search through all the quarters where the crazy Jew was likely to be held. Okay, so some anti-Semitism. Wonderful. Great. They began at 10:30 in Church Street in Shoreditch. Rumor having located the suspected man there, they went through lodging houses, into pubs, down side streets, through their bull's eyes into every shadow, and searched the quarter thoroughly, without result. The hunt continued later down in the Brick Lane neighborhood, Florentine Lane being Leather Apron's preferred lodging place lately. He was not found here, however, and the search, which then took the direction of the London hospital, resulted in nothing. It is the general belief that the man has left the district. The clue furnished by the woman who denounced the man on Sunday is a very unfortunate one. Her offer to prove by two women that Leather Apron was seen walking with the murdered woman in Baker's Row at 2 o'clock last Friday morning is the most direct bit of evidence that yet has appeared. His conduct on Sunday was as usual. He never answers a question when it is put to him and only speaks under strong compulsion. Mike Blank, the grocer in George's Yard, dwelt a long time last evening on this peculiarity. He knows Leather Apron very well and has known him for 6 years. He says that the man is unquestionably mad, and that anybody who met him face to face would know it, that his eyes are never still, but are always shifting uneasily. He never looks anybody in the eye. Leather Apron used to live in the lodging house around the corner from the grocery and was turned out of there some months ago with an order not to return. The lodging house is a few doors below the model doorway in which the Turner woman was found with 39 stabs.
What? You still haven't left for Whitechapel, Watson?
Okay. C, right? Yes. So, the police station's over here.
Well, if I follow Holmes's instructions, then to begin my investigation into this Leather Apron, I must first head to the police station.
Which we are at right now.
Good evening, sir. What do you... I know you. You were here last week with Sherlock Holmes.
It's really been a week already? Yeesh.
Indeed. I have come to bring a message from Sherlock Holmes for Inspector Aberline.
Very well, I will pass it on. But come to think of it, someone was asking about you recently. Finley, the caretaker of some shady boarding house nearby. Does that mean anything to you?
Ah, perhaps. Actually, I read in the Star that you have arrested a suspect called Leather Apron.
You shouldn't believe what you read in that rag, sir. The man is being hunted, but we have yet to get our hands on him, and we aren't close to it either.
Why ever not?
Bah, he's a specialist in the streetwalker racket. These girls make pitiful witnesses, and we don't inspire confidence. Furthermore, the man seems to be pretty discreet lately. Someone must be helping to hide him.
How to get on his trail, then?
One of these girls would have to confide in us and give a valid description of the man. Then we'd ask around the journeymen, who use aprons, I imagine.
Well, goodbye. I must go to Finley's boarding house.
Okay, I know I can walk, but even though it's like literally right here, if my mouse would just work with me.
I must go to Finley's boarding house.
Yes, we're here. Watson, can you not see? Oh, what's with the...
Good evening, Finley.
Oh, good evening, sir. Aren't you the gentleman who was with the great detective the other time?
That is indeed me, Dr. Watson. Tell me, Finley, I was told that you were looking for us at the police station.
Indeed, I wanted to thank you for last time, you know. That vagrant has never set foot round mine again. I even found a tenant, one who pays his rent, I mean.
Okay.
You don't seem very happy, but you were lucky to have found a good tenant so quickly.
It's just that this man is very strange. He paid several days in advance and I gave him a key to the place. Since then, he goes out every night and returns at ungodly hours. I'm sure he goes to visit the ladies, but still, every night. And when he moved in, something must have broken in his case and stank up the stairs in his room for 2 days. I think it was a jar. It must be over there.
Okay.
Tell me, have you heard talk of Leather Apron?
By the papers, that's all. This man seems very sinister.
Do you know any journeymen who use this type of apron?
The slaughterhouse butchers, I believe, but definitely the cobblers. I know one, old Isaac Solomonovich. His workshop is on a small street in the Jewish community, across from the hospital. He's a good man. He can help you. But you know, the people there are very close and don't share much with non-Jews.
Thank you, Finley.
At your service, sir.
Okay. So we know where at least one community is. Okay, so this way? Maybe not. I think I'm in the wrong area. Wasp nest.
Oh, it's you. I'm coming. Dr. Watson, how are you?
Well, and yourself? And how's your uncle?
Well, he sleeps a lot, but he doesn't seem to be suffering. Your medicine has worked wonders. Thank you again.
It was the least I could do. I have come to see you about a certain Leather Apron. Have you heard of him?
Oh, yes, of course. Terrible things are said about that man.
Have you ever come across him?
Goodness gracious, no. But I know that he has threatened and taken many girls in my situation. I don't know what more I can say, but Bella would be able to tell you some.
Okay.
Who is Bella?
Bella Pullman. She's the landlady of the place where I could take you there if you like.
Please do.
It's me. It's Lucy. This gentleman would like to speak to Bella. It's the doctor who helped me. I must leave to return to my uncle. Thanks again.
Out of the way, I don't like the look of you.
That was not the voice I was expecting.
Can I get a refill, please?
If you'd be patient, Madam Bella will arrive in a moment.
Good evening. I am Dr. Watson. It is young Lucy who told me to come see you.
Ah, so you're the Good Samaritan who saved her uncle without asking for anything in return. And now you've come to see me, no doubt, to explain that the poor little thing doesn't belong here, and you will see to her future. Well, if you expect me to let her leave with you...
It's not that, ma'am. You should know I am a married man.
And why should that matter?
I was about to say, it's like, Watson, have you seen the place you're
I
in?
believe there has been a misunderstanding. The reason that Lucy sent me here is that you may be able to give me some information about Leather Apron.
Are you a doctor or a constable?
I am most certainly a doctor, but I am acting in this matter in a private capacity, and I would like to find this man.
Well, if you're able to rid us of him, I'll give you a week's worth of free passes. That man is a thorn in our sides. He spies on the girls in the streets and watches them inside the houses, spying through the windows. And as soon as they're finished with a client, he jumps on them without any warning and forces them to give him their money. I've never seen him, but one of my girls was attacked by this man, and she said that he wore a leather apron and carried a knife. And his face, oh, he has a horrible head, with rat's eyes and a deformed mouth. She even said that she knew his name, Pizer or Pizer, I think. But I don't know where she can be found. Margie, Nutcracker, the girl I'm talking about, could tell you more, but I had to let her go last week.
Okay.
Why did you let Margie go?
The poor girl caught a shameful sickness, and the symptoms have attacked her face, if you know what I mean. So I gave her notice, and a little bit to help her along. I don't know where she is now, but she'll certainly be getting treatment at the clinic if she's still in the neighbourhood.
Did you speak to the police?
What would they do? Who cares about the girls in the streets?
Thank you, ma'am.
No problem, my angel.
Best not to stray off in that direction. These paintings are suggestive, at the very least.
Can I get a refill?
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to see what exactly...
These paintings are suggestive, at the very least. What happened to this rug?
Oh, it's when we got a coal yesterday. I asked the young man to fill the pail. Came back to put it down, but his feet were covered in soot and he made a black print. Madam Bella said it was my fault and I got a shilling's penalty. I also have to clean the print and it's no picnic. He has immense feet, that boy.
Who delivers the coal?
It's never the same person. I've never seen that lad before.
Until next time, miss.
With pleasure, sir.
These paintings are
Okay, she's gonna say that every
suggestive, at the very least.
She's gonna say that every single time. So where is the... Man, I don't even know which door.
Best not to stray off in that direction. Best not to stray off in that direction.
Unless we literally just... Okay, I was about to ask. Anyway, we can use the map because the clinic should be right over here.
Good evening, Doctor. My name is Dr. Watson. Pleased to meet you.
Good evening. I am Dr. Gibbons. Likewise.
I have come to see you about one of your patients. Margie goes by the nickname Nutcracker, who gets her prescription from the clinic. She's a lady of the night and is afflicted with a venereal disease.
I know who you're talking about. Indeed, Margie has syphilis and is being treated with mercury.
Do you have her address?
No. And for your information, she left London for good 3 days ago. She felt threatened.
I'm sorry. They treated syphilis. Did they really treat syphilis with mercury back then?
Margie felt threatened. But by whom?
I believe that Margie was particularly scared of a terrifying man who attacked her once.
Did she say the name Pizer or Pyther?
Unfortunately, she didn't give a name, but she described a man with shifty, rat-like eyes and a mouth twisted in a sinister grimace.
Did Margie have any idea where this man who terrified her so much might be found?
No, but she told me that another girl who'd been attacked like her had told her that this man worked in a cobbler's run by an old Israeli. Also, she saw him again last week, the night of the big fire. She told of going to see the fire like most everyone else in the area. While there, she recognised her attacker in the crowds gathered at the warehouses. There was no mistaking a face like that, she said. She kept an eye on the man the whole time the firemen were working in order to avoid him.
Goodbye, Dr. Gibbons.
Until we meet again, my dear colleague.
Okay. Just want to see if there's anything we can view here. Doesn't seem to be the case. Okay.
This interview with the doctor revealed an important fact. Leather Apron could not be the Bucks Row murderer. According to Margie, the villain passed most of the night of the crime at the fire. He could not have been at the scene of the murder at the moment it was committed. He is, nonetheless, a dangerous character.
Okay. So I need to find someone.
Come, my lord, a little coin. Oi!
So Constable? Already been here. What's this? Or is that just another street name? Yeah, it is.
Berner Street. Berner Street.
Name, street name. Okay, dead end. So it's pretty much a self-contained area. I was just wondering about that. I'm pretty sure there'll be a point where it's like, no, we can't go this way. There's still so much more to do.
I have no reason to go that way.
Yeah, there we go. So, let's see. Dialogue. What did Finley say? Tell me, blah, blah, blah. Solid house butchers, I believe. They're definitely cobblers and no one. His workshop's on a small street across from the hospital. Okay. Whitechapel Street.
Whitechapel Street.
Oh,
A cobbler's shop.
here. Oh, okay.
Closed.
As it would be. Okay. Let's see. So this is the brothel. Lucy's lodging. See if we can go back to the police station.
Some news, Doctor?
How to
Oh, yeah.
get on his trail.
One of these girls would have to confide.
Okay.
Well, goodbye.
Hmm. So, who else can I talk to?
Tell me,
Oh.
is it...
Out of the way, I don't like the look of you.
I was like, you're the guy from the brothel.
What do you
Seeing if
want,
there's
Doctor?
anything I can... No. Okay, come on.
Thank you, Finley.
At your service, sir.
Hmm. Unless we just go back to... Is there a way to... Oh, map of London. Holmes.
I have no reason to go that way.
Okay, so we're still investigating Whitechapel here. I really don't know where else I should be going. I mean, let's go back to the hospital again and just have a bit more of a look around, I guess. Nothing here. They're just directing us. It's a lot of street signs.
Tell
Can
me,
I talk to
is
you?
it...
What? I know you.
Tell me, is it...
You should return home, sir.
Okay.
Whitechapel Street? I have no reason to go that way.
This is our dead end. Whitechapel, Whitechapel. Didn't go down this route.
Bucks Row.
Okay, then we're back at the murder site.
I have no reason to go that way.
Okay. So, Watson has already made his conclusions that Leather Apron.
Closed.
Maybe I go back to Finley and ask him where I might find, since the shop is closed. Oh wait, I already been back to Finley though to talk to him.
What do you want?
Tell me, have you heard talk of...
By the pay.
Do you know any...
The slaughterhouse butchers, I believe, but definitely the cobblers. I know he's a good man. He can help you. But you know, the people there are very close and don't share much with non...
Thank you, Finley.
At your service, sir.
See, wasn't there something about the a Jewish society type thing?
Berner Street.
It's just this
Berner
Burner Street. How many times do you need to like put up a International Working Men's
Look,
Club?
the Club for Socialist Jews, the Cradle of Liberty. Another political club of little interest.
Was there like a sign on the door maybe that I missed? I don't know. I really don't know. Let's go back to the brothel, see if there's anything I can...
Yes, Dr. Watson?
Thank you, ma'am.
No problem, my angel.
Yes, sir.
Until next time, miss.
With pleasure, sir.
Okay, so something about the coal man.
Best not to stray off in that direction.
Let's see about Lucy again. Lucy's over this way. Oh, Lucy's not there. Or, you know what? Does he have his own new... No. I was hoping maybe he had his own little deductions and conclusions, but so far... nothing. Damn. Okay, well, I'm gonna end the set here. I'm really not sure what else I'm supposed to be doing. There's nothing in my inventory. Lucy led to the brothel, which led to the doctor, which led to Watson's conclusion. I don't know about this guy, though, yet. Like, I haven't been able to conclude. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to have to end this set here. So, thank you for liking if you like. Thank you for commenting if you commented. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed. Thank you for favoriting if you favorited. And thank you for simply clicking on this video. Until next time, guys. See ya!